What's going on, everybody? I know it's been a while, but I've had a bunch of things happen all in a row. I had work being really busy. I was sick as a dog for a good solid 10 days. Thought I was gonna, to use a D&D parlance, I had to basically make my save versus death. But that's all sorted out. And then my computer crapped out on me twice. I had to reinstall Windows 10, and I don't have my old video software, but so that's led me to not put up some videos in quite some time, I think almost a month, but I do have some good news. In that time I was able to paint these. The one on the left is a Heinkel HE111, and the one on the right is a Messerschmitt BF110 Zerstorer. I'm using these as Stukas. I mean, Stukas are everywhere, but I think these paint jobs look pretty cool. Big thanks to my buddy Scott, who was able to provide me some extra decals, because pro tip for everybody out there, if you go and buy a cool model like this to use as a Stuka, and I mean, it's an HE111, it's the coolest looking plane there is. I mean, Motorhead used it for their song The Bomber. But my kit was from 1993 and the decals were all crumbling, so big thanks for Scotty to provide me some of these iron crosses for this guy here. And he gave me this BF110 a couple years ago. The reason I'm showing these is because my Africa Corps army is now actually complete, which is scary, because I was like, after playing Flames of War all these times, this is the first time I've ever actually finished an army. So let's just go through what I've got. We've already gone through the support, so we may as well clear out the rest of the support. I've got two 88s here. And these 88s are still on their wheeled, on their trailers. There's YouTube videos, in color actually, of Africa Corps 88s firing exactly like this. And they're firing like a shot every 6 seconds. It's pretty crazy, and the whole chassis rocks back every time they fire. So figured I'd do I do mine like this. The keen-eyed observer will note that the cross trails that are supposed to go up, they didn't fit once I put the gunner in there, but anyways. So there's 88s. I use these quite often in mid-war. Here's my 10.5 centimeter howitzers. I love these models. The terms of rules, they're pretty good too. Just the points right now are a little off, considering that 25 pounders are like way better for the points, but that's neither here nor there. You will not see any captured stuff in any of my stuff. I think the whole captured thing is cool here and there, but all the net lists are all using all the captured garbage. So you know what? Take the training wheels off. Take what the German army gives you. So that's what I'm doing here. This can be support, but can now also be its own formation thanks to a command card. So this is my Afrika Korps Aufklärung formation. Yes, this is supposed to be a radio car, but I found an old Battlefront early war. I can't remember the designation, but it's basically an 8-rad without a turret. It's got an Enigma machine in it, and a big antenna on it, so that's my command vehicle. And as you can see, I've got 3 units of scout cars, and then I've got 3 units of 8-rads. I almost never use all 3, but I do have some old Pumas that I turned into some 8-rads over there. So that's a formation over there. Let's do another formation over here. This is my infantry formation. My commander and the 2 objectives. 3 platoons of infantry with the PIBS 41 anti-tank rifle. Some of them have the light mortar. Back here I've got 2 units of PAC 38s. Keen-eyed observer will see, hey, those aren't PAC 38s, those are just 3 guns. I used to run basically what's old is new again, the new Dianas and PAC 36Rs. I used to have them way back in version 2, when they could be attached. These guns could be attached into the infantry units. I no longer do that. I've rebased them just as PAC 38s. Again, I'm not going to use the captured rules. And then I've got some HMGs out here in the back. go to my third formation over here. I guess technically this is all support. It can be support for infantry, but I only ever use them with my tanks. So there's 4 martyrs. These are probably my best painted Afrika Korps models. I've got a unit of 5 Panzer IIIs. They've got a mix of short and longs. So I've got 3 long 5 centimeters and then 2 short 7.5s. And the platoon CO is actually the Rettmeyer model, which I think is one of the cooler sculpts out there. Formation CO is this guy here in the Panzer IV with a lot of stowage. I don't usually paint swastikas, so in this case I painted half a swastika. I've got 2 Panzer IIIs, 2 platoons of Panzer IIIs. This one here is all Panzer III with the short 7.5s. In the back here I've got another platoon that's got 2 7.5 longs. And then a much maligned unit over here, Panzer IIs, which I think would be great and would be used in almost every other formation if these were compulsory choice in the Panzer IV formations. But since they're not, you can't, you can't just add them into here by themselves. They have to be in their own formation. Over here, I've got in the other category. So these are Panzerjäger 1s for when I play early war. In the back, I've got 4 PaK 40s, which hopefully I'll be able to use in Iron Cross or Cross of Iron or whatever the next German book is called. And then I've got a lot of redundant vehicles. I've got so many redundant teams. It's half a tray's worth, but here's some of the cool redundant vehicles I've got. So this is a Sauer Austrian vehicle that's got wheels and tracks. It was usually an artillery observer. 2 radio cut down half tracks. 2 large, they're not the FAMOs, but they're still they're the tows for the 88s. And I've got some Nebs and my my Opel Blitz trucks for my infantry that no one in their right mind would ever pay a point for the soft skin rule, because a point for the formation, yes, a point per unit is moronic, so nobody would ever pay the points for it, but I have them, I've had them for years, so that's that. So there you go, everybody. There's my Afrika Korps army, all nice and done. And turns out I'm actually pretty close to finishing my Italian army as well. I've just got a unit of guns left to go, and my P40 heavy tanks, so hopefully you guys will be seeing that in about a week. Cheers.